If Team NaVi had ultra fans, you know, these ultra hardcore ones with the scarves, you know, from European stadiums, this guy next to me would be their leader. World, please say hello to Bogdan, NaVi's biggest fan. Привет.
Привет.
Слушай, ты сколько лет, and he's obviously Ukrainian, I'm going to translate. Ты сколько лет уже за NaVi болеешь? How long do you support NaVi?
1,5 года.
So 1.5 years already. Как это началось, что ты болеешь за NaVi?
Ну, короче, брат меня привел сюда в арену, и я, короче, начал увлекаться Counter-Strike'ом, и потом я увидел, что есть украинская команда. Я из-за нее сразу начал болеть, я даже не знал, что она много выигрывала, и начал за нее болеть. А потом узнал, как она еще выигрывает, это вообще порадовало очень много и хорошо.
So his brother took him here to the arena, to the club. He started playing Counter-Strike. He noticed that there is a Ukrainian team. He didn't even know that they were world-class players. He started cheering for them, and then basically it got better and better. Кто самый лучший игрок на команде NaVi?
У меня нету самых лучших игроков в команде NaVi. Все очень хорошо стреляют, каждый по-своему, каждый выполняет свое, то, что он должен делать. Вот видите, и поэтому сейчас СК проиграли Ди Инферно 16-3. Все доказало, что и должно быть.
So I asked him which player is the best on Team NaVi. He said there is not one best player. They all play very well. They all shoot very well. And this is the reason why they rolled NaVi 16-3 on D Inferno. А можешь показать, как ты за ними болеешь? Ты там кричишь много. Покажи.
У меня есть кричалка анти-СК. Кто такие тут СК? Тут NaVi за царя зажимают, убивают и команды разрывают. Ну, есть еще...
А почему так тихо? Ты так громко там сидишь. Давай погромче.
Кто такие тут СК? Тут NaVi за царя зажимают, убивают и команды разрывают.
So that was a little anti-SK chant for NaVi. Ну слушай, что хочешь еще сказать тут людям в арене, чтобы поддержка получше была на второй карте?
Ну, чтобы кричали только когда в фризи-тайме и после раунда, чтобы команде было не отвлекалось, не было тяжело играть во время раунда.
Ты думаешь, это важно?
Да.
So I asked him what he has to say to the crowd here to maybe make the support better. He said after every round, cheer as loud as possible so that they are still focused and that they are better. Хочешь кому-то передать привет? Do you want to say hi to anyone?
Да. Я хочу передать привет своим друзьям Андрею Чижику из Ирпеня, Коле Василенко из Ирпеня, Димону Кузнецову из Ирпеня, Артему, потом Арабеске, Араиму, своему брату, ну и друзьям из арены, там, Арчу привет, там, Скайсу и всем, и NaVi очень большой привет. И своим родителям, и всем моим друзьям я хочу передать привет. Привет вам. Болейте за NaVi.
Ты будешь когда-то игроком NaVi? Will you be one day a NaVi player?
Я не знаю, это вряд ли. Но я хочу добиться успехов, потому что задрочу нормально, так именно по 5, по 6, по 7 часов в день.
He says one day he would like to. So we're going to have to talk to Mr. Kohanovsky about that. He maybe will draft you someday. Может, когда-то с Kohanovskим. Ну что, ребята, аплодис для него, да? Большой в мире, самый большой в мире фанат NaVi. So this is it from NaVi's biggest fan. Let's go back to the commentators for map 2.
And Bogdan, #1 fan from NaVi.
Mini Markelov.
Mini Markelov. Yeah, that's great to see. We talked about it a few times in there, and he can actually talk for a kid as well. He's like...
Yeah, he sounds like he's already had 50 a day, though, isn't he? He's like, oh. Brilliant. Fantastic support. I love seeing stuff like that. It's fantastic to see youngsters coming through, and we need more of them because, let's face it, Counter-Strike's been a while. It's been around for a while now, and new blood is always good. Always good. And passion as well. Love the passionate support that these guys have out in the Ukraine. It is fantastic. So, Mini Markelov in the crowd. Big Markelov is the man I'm looking forward to seeing in train. Should be A very good map, this one. They've always played very well, both teams on this map as well. And we think we've really spoken about SK too much. And to be honest, there wasn't an awful lot to speak about, was there, in the first map? 16-3, Get Right didn't play very well. No one played very well. And at times it seemed like one of the SK boys had joined NaVi. He was killing his own team so much. So nothing going right for them other than the pistol round. This time round on Train, everything needs to go right. Otherwise, this is going to be a 2-0 whitewash. Just go over the last times they played. It wasn't that long ago, actually. Back in November, a DreamHack winter on Train went to overtime. NaVi winning that one 25-23. Before that, you have to go all the way back to the summer DreamHack, where NaVi won 16-10. So they have some form here on Train. And before that, the IEM 5 World Final, of course, last year, which NaVi won, but they were 15-15 on Train back then. So 2 draws, effectively, if you like, and 1 win. So Train, always going to be the stronger map for NaVi. They're a +8 round difference, though, which suggests that actually there's not much in it. There was only a +3 round difference in their 3 meetings on Inferno as we head into the opening round, which will be Knife. Joe, what do you want to do?
Round.
The knife, the really interesting, amazingly, absolutely extraordinarily exciting knife round.
I'm going to do an experiment here. I've got a coin.
All right.
I've got a coin in my pocket, and I'm going to quickly flip it. So here we go then. That's Tails. Tails is SK.
Right.
So it's going to be heads.
Right.
Which means NaVi's going to win this knife round.
Right, brilliant. So the sticks are out. They're not knives, they're just sticks. There's no harm being done here, really. It's just all virtual smacking. Forrest, the only man to have got a kill so far. Delpan is going to go down quite quickly. Yeah, I mean, I'm the same as you. Knife rounds. I mean, what the hell?
Coin.
Flip.
Flip.
Win.
Win. So, here we go. Robin saying almost. Not quite sure that that's so true. But we are going to see NaVi now. After winning the knife round, no surprises that they will be starting onto the CT side.
What's that? You say they're starting on CT side?
What a shock. The most one-sided of the maps that we have, you could say.
No,
this is a great position for NaVi to launch their attack on the title.
Absolutely. Statistically is the most biased of all CT maps. And we are almost ready to rock and rumble. This is going to be big. NaVi then needing just 1 map to claim the championship here in the Ukraine.
16 rounds away from victory. You see a little bit of motivation there going through the SK team. They've had their break in between. They went outside, got some fresh, cold air, and that's something that should be a bit of a changer for SK. I hope that they manage to put that last map out of their heads, because it doesn't matter anymore. They have to go for this one. It's Train. It's SK versus NaVi. We're going to kick it right off. So, pistol round here. SK starting out on that T side after losing the knife are going to push very early on in towards this inner bomb site. The question is, where are the first kills going to come from? SK are already in that side, but they've already lost the first man as well. Bomb will be planted by the Swedes, but look at this. NaVi coming through. So far, not lost a single man. Forrest will change that, but you have to wonder for how long. Senior headed down towards the defuse. Forrest will go down to Zeus, and that is NaVi's dream start on Train, starting the strongest side, winning the pistol. It's game on for them.
Hi, SK Gaming. This is called Counter-Strike, and the aim of the game is to plant the bomb and make sure that it goes off. So I'd point that out.
Oh, a cheeky little wink there from Robin to face.
Yeah, people were saying online, oh,
hey,
they look nervous and they're looking shaky and stuff. No, they're not. They're not looking like that at all. These guys are model professionals. They've been in this game for a long time. Even Get Right seems to have been around for, like, ever already.
And he's only 14.
Exactly. And Robin's been there for at least 123 years. So these guys have got plenty of experience between them. They're not going to be panicking right now. They know exactly what they're doing. Taking a little bit of extra time in this second round. Okay, so we have a small problem with one of the NaVi players, despite the fact that they won the opening round. That doesn't bode well, does it? But we are now back live. So heading into round 2 then. SK not going to panic. They know what they need. They know how much they're going to have to pick up. And FaZe starts things off nicely. They have fought second round as well. Galil in from FaZe has started things off nicely for the Swedes here.
That's because Robin winked at him.
I think it might have been. It might have helped. It was a super wink. Oh, Senia and Zeus, though, have got themselves one each, and Zeus gets himself a second on the stairs. Delpan knew where he was as well and should have picked him up. Oh, Face, though, a lovely shot on Edward. I thought Edward was odds-on favourite to win that particular battle. And now to sort of sort it all out. We're at 3 versus 2. Make that a 3 versus 1. Markelov gets rid of Face, and Robin's now last man standing and needs to go massive. Monster massive. In the White Halls. On his own. Jack Jones, as they say. Sinia, Zeus and Markelov. All still alive for the Ukrainians as Robin creeps out towards the outer bomb site. And there's the final shuttle around. That was tense, wasn't it?
It was. It was all quiet.
He sort of went, oh,
the crowd was like,
jumped.
And then.
So 2-0 then, and that was far from simple though, Joe.
Far from simple. It was a decent round from SK, but the problem was they went for the weapons in that round number 2, and again, it didn't work out for them. That's going to make sure that they are on a full eco here. Only Glocks across the board for the Swedes. Are they going to be able to do anything about this round? I assume taking a little bit of time to talk about their future plans, because currently they are 2-0 behind. It's still very, very early stages, of course, but you know, Train is one of those big momentum maps for the CT side. Once they get into the swing of things, it's really hard to stop them. And that's something that NaVi will be looking to capitalize on here, as SK will make their way onto this outer bomb site. First 2 kills coming the way of NaVi. Nice work there from Delpan. It took almost a full Glock clip for him to get that kill, but he is still alive until Zeus rolls a grenade in there. 3-0 NaVi. Look at that scoreboard as well. Senya 7-0, Zeus 7-0, Starix 2-2, Markelov 1-0, Edward 1-2. For SK, it's Face with 2. Forrest with 1, Delpan with 1, and Robin and Get Right 0 for 3 down at the bottom. However, SK now will have somewhat of a chance to get back in the game. Let's see what their opening setup is going to be like. Lots of grenades actually going out. Flash towards T middle to slow SK down, just in case they got those good spawns and went for the rush. Actually, they didn't, but they're going straight into this outer area anyway. Edward is going to pick up frag number 1. There is another one for Edward. Starix is going to take himself a frag. There's a second for Starix as well, and it's now all on Delpan. I can't even get around fast enough for him. SK being just demolished through the push there, absolutely ripped to pieces.
Yep, they are. I mean, obliterated, absolutely obliterated off the map right now. And they need some inspiration to SK, and usually that's provided by their team captain in the way of words of wisdom, but also by some magical play by one of their other star players. They have all-star players, there's no doubt about that. Robin then through the smoke, immediately rushes through and does manage to get to the other side of the walkway. And I'm not even sure that the NaVi players worked out that that happened, actually. Not entirely convinced they were. Zeus was perfectly placed for Face, who gets a face full of M4. 2 more men pop down that far side. Zeus will nail 1, Starix gets the other 2. They all get a hat-trick from the round. And that'll be all she wrote for round number 5, without reply.
5 out of 5. You have to feel that, I don't know, SK, if they weren't already down in the dumps after being completely and utterly taken to pieces on Inferno, 16-3 was that first map score, that their heads are down. They've had that time in between, but we've not seen much. Don't forget that this is one of those big CT-sided maps, so maybe if SK get themselves still 2, 3, even 4 if they're feeling good on this side, then it's definitely not all over. These teams at this level can 15-0 each other, and that's the thing about Counter-Strike at the top level. It can happen when someone finds their form. However, from SK's point of view, they're not seemingly on form today, from what we've seen so far at least. Double AWP defense again from NaVi. Starix and Markelov with those 2 AWPs. Zeus watching the inner. Starix will watch lower ramp with that AWP. Markelov is over by Ivy as well. And SK need to make the opening kills happen. And as I say that, Senya will rack up the first 2 from Team Middle. Another one for Edward. Senya going to spray through the wall. Delpan is actually down really, really low. His flashes and smoke weren't really on point from that. It's Get Right, actually, that's there as well. And he will finally get himself onto the scoreboard. I think that was his first. Yep, but it's going to be his last of this round. Starix will pick him off. Delpan is the last man left alive. Bit of a duel down the long corridor there between Delpan and Markelov. Delpan comes out on top, but 1 versus 3. He does have the bomb, which is some kind of saving, well, I say saving grace, more of just a nice thing for him, because he's not going to get anywhere near a bomb site with 15 seconds in a 1 versus 3. The question is, are Navi hunting? They are indeed hunting. And they're going to check that T spawn side is not to that side. He is, yeah, Edward's going to guess right at some point, as that bomb is not going to be planted. Target saved, and Edward comes straight over the top, and he even managed to take the AWP in the very, very last split second of what was left of that round. Forest looks subdued, to say the least. 6-0.
Deary me. If anything could have gone worse in that round, I don't know what it would have been, because to have lost the round, to have been 3 versus 1, to have an AWP in hand and then lose it in the last second as well as die, it wouldn't have gone any worse, I don't think. Maybe 2 bombs could have gone off. I don't know. NaVi then 6-0 up. And cruising again in the second map. They've just carried on where they left off from map 1. They've got the momentum on their side. They've got the strategies sorted out. The change of in-game leader has really paid off here, you have to say. Really paid off. Zeus, or is it that time of year again, Joe? Sorry, it's like this
Zeus
time
is
last
totally
year,
going to be MVP, by the way.
I can't see how he can be beaten right now, and that will annoy the man who is currently top 2. You know who I'm talking about.
Forever top 2.
Yeah, I mean, it just seems odd that the Ukrainians seem to come to life at the start of the year. They did that last year as well, didn't they? 4th here in the European Championships, then went on to win the IEM 5 World Finals for a 2nd consecutive season. Are they about to make it 3 this year, don't forget? Just a few weeks away, we'll be at CeBIT for IEM Season 6, as Edward does absolute wonders with the M4. Double, easy as you like. And is he going to pick up 3? Oh, well, he needs to open his eyes, actually, because he's under the 5 train, sir, and does pick it up, despite the fact that Delpan should have won that. There's Edward's 4th of the round, and we might as well just sit here and say, wow, 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 Edward.
The Mistral Pastor is back. Without a Mistle this time, though. But still, that was so well played from Edward. He probably should have died. They flashed up there. Someone went up the ladder. He still got the kill. And from there, I don't know if you noticed, the bomb was down on top of the 6 train, which is like the most horrible position it could have been for SK at that point. And that is going to mean 7 out of 7 for NaVi. Look at the frags as well. It's only Markelov that's really been quiet. That's not because he's playing bad. It's because he's not had a chance to get in on the action.
They've stolen all his kills.
Zeus, Starix 9 for 2. Edward 9 for 3. Robin currently 0-7. Get right 1-7. Zeus is going to take down Robin to make him 0 for 8 in round number 8 here. Let's see if SK can get in there and get the bomb down. That's been sorely missing for them. As we have 1 minute of the round to go. Starix will be picked off. That's a great start, but Zeus, the man who's been so in form for NaVi this tournament, is on this bottom ramp side, and he is going to be waiting. Markelov will be picked off by Delpan as the smokes come down. We are going to see Zeus go through, but SK are ready for it. They've got him on lockdown. Edward actually going to pick up this AWP, and this is going to be the first round of the second map for SK Gaming. And you've got to start somewhere, I suppose, but after winning the 8th round, it's not exactly the record that you want from this terrorist side. But it's a round nonetheless, and that is something that SK will cherish. But they can't sit on it, they need more than one. And here we go. Edward will take on Delpan, trying to hold on to these weapons, moving through. And it does look like the bomb will go off. Sorry, I just switched away to Senya Certified, the SK guys, but he did get that kill in the end. But SK give themselves somewhat of a lifeline. Somewhat.
A sliver. That's all it is right now, a sliver of hope. 7-1. We do know, of course, this is, for those of you that don't watch much Counter-Strike, this is a heavily biased map towards the blue side, the counter-terrorist side, and we usually see scores of 12-3, 13-2, sometimes even 15-0, and still see the other team come back. So this isn't over. They can't count their chickens before they've roosted just yet. And just to clear up any confusion on HLTV.org, yes, this is the first official LAN tournament where they changed the in-game leader from Zeus to Starix, and it's made a massive difference. It really has.
To Zeus more than anyone.
Yes, it's freed him of all responsibility in a way, and has allowed him to play his rifle game, and he's been on fire, really, truly on fire. I've not seen really anyone else consistently on fire throughout this tournament. We've had a couple of moments throughout. Theatre on day one, for instance, 2 aces. I think he should have probably featured in the MVP, but who am I? And Get Right has been an absolute monster in some of the other games. Forest as well on the Forest balcony on Mirage. They've all had their moments, but no one as consistent as Zeus at the very highest level. 40 seconds remaining here in round 9, and, well, SK, I'm not sure what they're doing. I don't think they're sure what they're doing right now. What's the call going to be? Looks like it's going to be White Halls. Well, yeah, they're going to make the push. Eventually going to have to make something do here because they've got 24 seconds remaining. Starix nailing face at that top of the 1 train. Now they pop down low. They're now going to come under fire here from Zeus, who does pick up 1 frag. Starix backing him up. Lovely shot through the 2 train. Robin goes down. Get Right replies back though. AK. Chance here for SK. Thin chance though, because Forest is last man alive. Markelov's picked himself up 1. Oh, Markelov completely blind. Forest takes him down, but Edward will reply back. Messy end to the round really for NaVi, but it won't matter. They lead 8-1, and SK are in all sorts of trouble right now.
Starix, man of the round for me there. He managed to get that first pick up on the top side ramp. Then he delayed, basically, even if he did not hit a shot after that, he delayed them so much that NaVi had that time to get the rotation in. They really had it going. 8-1, they are guaranteed that lead. And, well, Robin still 1 for 9. Get Right 3 for 8. Not the performances that they need to be with. And, you know, after winning a round, then losing the one after, SK are going to be on the eco as Markelov will pick off Forest for frag number 1. They're going to try and rush themselves in towards Markelov's position. Here's Zeus, and this is the kind of round, if you want to finish top of the scoreboard, you're going to mop up quite a few frags, which he is surely going to do. Edward is in there. Starix is in there. Markelov was at the back. 9-1 NaVi.
Let's have a little recap as we're 10 through with 5 to go. Zeus 13-4 right now.
Not
amazing.
Bad.
Edward 12
I'm more impressed with the fact that NaVi are, except Markelov, who had not a lot to do, all in double figures.
Yeah. I was looking forward to Markelov on this map, but it seems almost like SK don't want to bother going anywhere near him.
Or would you?
No.
If I knew Markelov had that AWP, I'd be running the opposite direction.
Indeed. So, Starix and Markelov continue with ops apiece. And SK on a full buy. Spraying through the walls is having no effect whatsoever, by the way. Not that they can hear us. Not that they can see the health bars on the other side. Actually, they chip off a little bit of health from Senior as they make their way through past the first ramp on inner. And are now going to march their way towards Markelov's AWP. This could be very dangerous. Here we go then. Is it domino dancing for SK on the top ledge? Markelov waits. Had to just jump out of the way from the flash there. Oh, actually he saw him. Didn't land the first shot. Now blind. He's got to wait and wait and wait to clear. Finally it clears. He does land 1. Edward's got 2 though in the middle of that. And Markelov nails the last one. And you know what? Switch it up all you like. They ain't getting in those bomb sites. NaVi 10, SK 1.
That was SK's fault that happened. They smoked. I mean, HLTV doesn't always display the smokes and stuff correctly. He was flashed at first, and if you're wondering why they didn't just shoot him in the face, there was a smoke down in front of those guys, but he could see to the right-hand side of the ledge, which is why he just basically had free shots to pick off whoever he wanted. And look at this, SK are going to chill for a while in spawn. They don't want to take a timeout just yet, which I don't blame them when they're on an eco. It's not like they really have a chance anyway. So use this time that they've got. Have a little bit of a talk about what's going to be going wrong for them, which is at this point pretty much everything, and what they need to change, which is not, in my opinion, not 100% in their control, because NaVi are so good today. Every single one of them.
When you said what they need to change, in my mind ran through the word lineup, but I think that would be quite mean. I think that's what a lot of people watching
They
this
need
will
to
think,
change
but they don't.
opponents. That's the thing. Navi,
They're
so good today. There he is. Look, Mistel Pasta again. Taking down Get Right. And where was the last one? It's Forest, who seems to be forever alone at the end of these rounds. And he's going to be finished off by Zeus. 11-1 Navi. I'm glad I always get to commentate the ecos, by the way, in this one.
Yeah, what's that all about? Do you want to take the next one?
Nah, it's okay.
Oh.
I just want to watch and say wow a lot.
Wow.
I seem to have done that far too often. The worst thing as a commentator you can really say is wow too often.
Yeah, that's why I did the triple wow earlier.
But I'm pretty wowed in this game.
11-1 then, Navi comfortable here. And don't forget, just 5 rounds away now from claiming an Intel Extreme Masters Global Challenge here at Kiev. 5 rounds, that's all they need. And Robin has started things off nicely here. Cinia, though, says no, and take a seat. Robin and Face combining back to give them an advantage. Markelov, though, picks up one, won't get the second. Starix gets chopped. Markelov, though, again on Face. Oh! Nearly nailed the man falling off the top. He won't know where he is. And gets the shot on Get Right with the Deagle as well. And Markelov, this is the Markelov show. Can he take it on his own here? This was a 3 versus 1. Markelov now versus Delpan. It's AWP versus AWP. I don't even know if Delpan does have an AWP, actually. Let's see if we can find him. In a bomb site for Delpan. That was the cleverest thing he could have done, was get that bomb planted. And Markelov has switched over to the AK. Sensible. So, stunning couple of shots from Markelov. Triple on top of that train. On top of the 5. Has now made his way on the inner bomb site. Delpan does have AWP in hand.
Risky business.
This is going to be a very, very close run thing. 1 shot is all he'll get on this one as they creep towards that bomb now. Bomb has got 11 seconds, got to make a go for it. Oh, Delpan misses the shot, but I don't think he's going to make any difference. This is going to be very close. Very close, but I think he's got it. Markelov on the bomb, 4 versus 1, wins the round. Navi are absolutely in control here, and when Markelov wants to step it up, boy, you can believe he will.
Ridiculous play from Markelov. So good. I mean, that AWP shot that he actually finished off with the Deagle afterwards was, if he'd have hit that shot as well, that would have been one of the most talked about clutch situations ever. That was so amazing from Markelov. 12-1 is the score. Navi on cruise control right now. Markelov going to get himself to Ivy. Are we going to see some more greatness from Markelov? Wisely will flash back as he runs away out of position. Robin is going to get himself onto the outer side. Will claim his first frag of the round as Markelov will bring it back onto Face. Here comes the push though from SK trying to get into the back. Great shot from Robin. Actually will make it 3. It's now the Robin show as I curse him instantly and we go down to a 2 versus 2. Forrest and Get Right against Senior and Starix. There is Senior. Get Right going to jump up onto the 5 train, but he's got 2 to find. Bomb is down. I don't even know where right now, and his aim was off there. Senior going to hold his cool. It's 13-1. Final round of the first half. Navi, I don't know what they were drinking this morning or what they had for breakfast.
Weetabix.
Yeah, they are. Look, they're so good. They're so good right
Solid,
now.
I think, is the...
SK not having the best game of their lives. However, Navi... They are, you have to say,
yeah,
the
they're
better
exceptional.
team here.
They are exceptional right now. I think the thing for me, the key point here, is that Edward he's been just as good as he always is. Markelov, when you need him, he's there. Starix has nailed some great shots. Zeus has been fantastic, almost MVP. The biggest difference, though, of this team for me today, rather than yesterday or the day before, is Senior now stepping up. 14 for 3 on this first half.
Yep.
And that's the difference. They're all playing well. Not just 2 or 3 of them. All of them are playing well. And that's why SK just can't get a grip of this map right now. 1 for 1, though. Make that 2 for 2. They're 3 versus 3 now. As Senior picks up another frag to go 15 and 3. Finally gotten rid of by Forrest's AK. And Starix replays back on Forrest. They're now 2 versus 2. Trading blows all the way through round number 15. Really desperate round here from SK. They really need this one. Robin and Get Right remaining. Starix and Zeus for Navi. This is actually anyone's... Oh, my goodness, Starix, what the heck were you thinking? Scared the life out of me, and he scared the life out of himself. What an absolutely massive mistake that might have been. He's ruined it because Zeus has actually gone down now, and we've now got a 1v1. Starix redeems himself and wins the final one of the half. And would you believe it?
Bogdan is on his feet.
Whoa, what an amazing end to the half. Navi 14, SK Gaming 1. They're 2 rounds away from a tie.
What a game, though. It's 14-1, but it's been a brilliant game. We've seen so many amazing moments in this one.
Joe, right?
And it's not over yet.
No,
it's not over yet.
We always hope as commentators and fans of the game to get those kind of close games, those ones where they trade off a few rounds, it goes to overtime, there's 6 triple overtimes afterwards, it delays people's flight. We love those kind of games, but likewise, I also have to think you have to appreciate when a great team are in great form and playing the socks off the other team, and they absolutely are right now.
Yeah, and the thing, I have a look down the scoreboard here at the half-time, and everyone from NaVi above 14 frags on the board, and no one, I guess, with more than 6 deaths, that maybe even 5 deaths, because they just played a round after they switched as well. So just a great overall team performance from everyone. Senior stepped it up. Zeus has been fantastic. Starix and Markelov, they've been hitting above 80%, I'd say. And then, of course, you have Edward, the missile pastor, who's, I guess, become one of my new favourite players after that. Not that he wasn't anyway, since I've called him Pistol Master for a long time. And here we go then, 14-1. We are going to have the restarts coming into the second half of the second map. If you're just joining us, NaVi won map 1 on Inferno, 16-3. They are currently just 2 rounds away from becoming the champions of the Intel Extreme Masters Global Challenge Kiev. And we are going to kick off now with a pistol round. SK need this one.
Here we go then. Second pistols. Always important, but never more so when you're only 2 rounds away from not just the map or the match, but the entire kit and caboodle. The trophy is just 2 rounds away for the Ukrainians on home soil. It would be not just a historic victory, but an emotional one for them as well. Forrest waiting on the inner bomb site right now. HE just exploding to the side of him, will take off some health, actually double there. He might just get himself a kill. No, Edward picks up the first one. Robert and Face, though, have started things off nicely here for SK. Got themselves a pair, but bomb now planted, and the pressure will switch across. Face gets a double in there. Cine, the only man to stand up to him, and Get Right gets in for the final kill. Game on, SK Gaming. They're now going to win the pistols, and that was absolutely vital for them.
Yeah, that was, without being Captain Obvious again, that was game over if they'd have lost that one. However, SK still have so much work to do. They literally need to win this half 15-0 to win the game, or 14-1 for a draw, which would throw us over into an overtime. So they've still got work to do. They still have to keep themselves very solid. You can see Starix there in the middle, barking out the orders to his teams, and they've got the bomb down. They got 3 kills. We may see, no, we're not going to see that second round, but no reason really for NaVi to be risking anything with their money situation. They can play this one solid and just hope to crawl over that line, but they can't let the likes of Forrest, of Get Right, and of Face, the inner side defender here, get themselves on a roll, because that will really throw the game off for NaVi. But here we go, Ukrainians headed in towards this inner bomb site. So you're actually just sauntering halfway across that room, but SK got this one on lockdown. There shouldn't be too many worries in and amongst it all. Edward did manage to get 1 kill, but that will be able to be swiftly dealt with by Face to bring us to 14-3.
So those 2 rounds just tantalizingly close for NaVi, but do prove very difficult to come by on T-side train, it has to be said. Here we go then. Just checking to see whether
third round buy.
There is a third round buy, and there is a third round buy. So here we go then. Game on for NaVi here. Move to that 1. You would imagine the pressure will just go stratospheric as far as the Swedes are concerned. Early kill is from Robin though. That's a good start. Although Senior and Starix have got themselves one. Senior has got himself a second here. And NaVi on the verge as Markelov chimes in with a 4th. Last man standing will be Face. He has put up some resistance here on Markelov though. 3 versus 1. Massive time for Face. Has to go huge here. And does go huge. Picks off Starix. This is on now. 2 down, 2 to find. Little bit of health remaining here for Senior as well. As Epwood is on 71. Fake defuse coming in. No one back at Pop, so Face just moves away. Oh, he does get the shot in on Senior. That's not the best one, though. Edward does have a little bit more health. Bomb still ticking away. Where is he? Face is going to have to try and find him. He's going to have to back away, though. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. The bomb is going to blow, and Face is not going to be able to pull this one off. strange decision in the end because, well, what did he have to lose really other than a weapon? 15-4. It's game, set and match point to the Ukrainians.
15-3. Actually, I pressed the wrong button. Sorry for that was my fault.
Thanks.
You said 15-4. Sorry, but 15-3 it is. NaVi now have so much time to chill with in this game.
12 championship points.
Yeah, and you can see the money for SK. They've been severely hindered by losing third round. Couple of kits. We've got a scout with Delpan, which is going to be his sniper of choice for this one. At least he can run quickly around the map with the scout in there.
It's a mini orb.
If Delpan shoots heads, then it's fine. But I don't know. I'm not sure how this one's all going to work out. It's not like SK really have a choice, to be quite honest. Here we go, though. Face, who has been the man of the side for SK so far, he's 9-1 at the top of the scoreboard. Just spamming up towards the balcony there, actually, in Whitehall's. And NaVi are quiet again. Face is down to 13, so despite losing that one man, it shouldn't be too hard to take down Face in and amongst everything. SK have actually got 3 men outside. Here is Delpan with that scout. He's going to get clipped down to 1 HP. Oh, and he nearly fell off there. Oh, what a shot onto Markelov. Did he actually hit me? I think he did hit the guy there going down. Forrest will mop up Senya. Here is Delpan, who misses like the easiest shots in his life. Get Right has dropped Edward, and it's now all on Starix. Get Right is going to win that round, but that could have been a little bit dangerous if Delpan had have not picked that guy off in mid-air. But SK, they're still in it. They're still ticking. 15-4 is the score.
Barely breathing on life support. Needing to take the small matter of the next 11 rounds. But if there's a team capable of doing that, it's SK Gaming. There we go then. Round number 20. And plenty of comments coming in on the HLTV. We'll keep an eye on that after this particular round. See how NaVi get on now. Looks like a deco this time round. Actually, there's one without, but the rest do. I'll see whether Sinia does have one. No, he doesn't. Oh, Robin! 3 from him. And ace on here. We've only had 4 aces in the entire tournament. Oh, Robin's ace is stolen from Forrest by that final kill. 4 from him, though, from Robin. Nice bit of team work from those two to take out a very straightforward round from NaVi. And, yeah, 4 aces, by the way. Khan picking one up in the 3rd place playoff. First time I've seen Khan get an ace for a little while.
Yeah, actually.
I can't actually recall the last time I saw Khan do that. So that was nice. Theatre with 2 of those aces, by the way. And Zayok with the other one for DTS. So 4 aces in the tournament. 3 of them coming on day 1.
NaVi with weapons again in this round. Delpan actually only got a FAMAS this time. May have been better sticking with the scout. And here we go. Zeus with frag number 1. We saw that one as he takes down Face, who is second on the scoreboard at the moment, but he's done a great job of holding this inner bomb site. He could be the man that makes the difference for SK in this matchup. NaVi are still, though, in their opening stages of the strategy that they want to execute. The bomb's still right back towards the T-spawn. Senia is down the end by Ivy. Zeus pushed up in Whitehall's. They're maybe going to wait for another kill before they actually decide to push. Actually, no, Edward is going to come in as well. And it looks like NaVi want to execute over towards this inner bomb site. Smokes are going to go down. Will they follow, or is it a fake? It's definitely not a fake. The rest of NaVi are going to work their way in. Edward going down that lower ramp actually will get flashed up, backs away nicely. However, will they be able to hold on to it? SK have rotated over towards this site, and here comes the push now towards the outer area. Will NaVi catch SK out of position with this one? It looks like Starix will be able to get the bomb down very quickly in this round as Edward and Markelov get 2. They're just 2 frags away from victory. Robin and Delpan remain. Delpan, we're going to stick with him. He's got the most HP. He's the last man alive. Starix will take him out, and NaVi win the Intel Extreme Masters Global Challenge here in Kiev. A great performance. 16 rounds to 3 on Inferno. 16 rounds to 5. That could have been a lot worse if SK had not picked up this second pistol. And you have to hand it to NaVi. There's Bogdan on stage with his team. you know, future NaVi player obviously is Bogdan. But you have to hand it to NaVi. They have just come out and played so good. They said we are the champions there, by the way.
Can't take anything away from them, can you? I know a lot of people look at this and they'll say, well, you know what, SK underperformed. And they did underperform. I think they'll be disappointed with the way they played. I think that man there, Getright, will be very disappointed with the way he played. And they never really got started. I mean, they got that first pistol round on Inferno on map 1, but other than that, they really just didn't get out of the blocks. They didn't have any consistency. They didn't have any team plan. When they did, NaVi were just too good for them at those points. And I don't think this is necessarily SK being absolutely terrible, although they weren't on their best. I think you have to give credit where credit's due. NaVi were absolutely sensational today. They were perfectly ready for it. And the players that didn't perform in the last few days stepped up to the plate and performed. And Zeus was just absolutely phenomenal yet again. So was Edward, but so did the other players. You know, Starix has played a really important role in the change of leader. And for me, Sinea, who was the weakest link over the last few days, well outside the top 20 players of this tournament, stepped up in the final. And for me, that was the biggest difference for the guys in NaVi. They had a full team out, and they never looked weak. It didn't matter who was left. It could have been Markov. It could have been Edward. It just didn't matter. They had an answer for absolutely everything that SK threw at them, tactically and in terms of aim.
And that's a great start to 2012 for NaVi. They're going to be thinking, okay, next event for us, Intel Extreme Masters World Championships.
3 in a row?
At CBIT. 3 in a row. That would be an incredible feat, to be honest, if they're able to pull that one off. But the focus should be here. They were just so good today. I didn't know what to expect coming into this event from NaVi. I thought they could, be runaway leaders, or they could really flop out in the group stage with the change of Starix going into the middle, Zeus going outside. You know, Starix, we've seen this tournament open a lot more often than I think we've seen Markelov with that AWP. And it wasn't necessarily a bad thing at all, because Starix hit pretty much everything that we've seen from him today. When we had that double AWP defense, on the final second map on Train, was a real wonder to behold. Markelov, that one round that he managed to pull off, was just incredible. As you mentioned, SK, they're going to be disappointed for sure. No team likes to lose, but I think it's somehow easier to lose a game like that where you can see that you're being outclassed. Don't make any mistake, SK know they were outclassed in that one as well. Rather than losing 2 16-14 games, that's more of a heartbreak. I think this one, they can at least say, something didn't work for us, we have to fix it. But credit to NaVi, they've just been on fire today. And I lost my bet, by the way.
Yeah, you did, no I didn't.
Oh.
Nice, actually. I should put my money more often where my mouth is.
Just to give you a little bit of information, by the way, about the MVP vote, IntelExtremeMasters.com is currently offline. You should follow us on Twitter for updates on that at IntelEM. And they're going to leave the vote up a little bit because the website's down, and we want you to vote after the grand final as well. So you can get your votes in onto that one. I'm going to go and say, I think Zeus is the man to win that one. The 6 players were Zeus, Getright, Edward, Forrest, Heck, and Gux.
Unofficial MVP, by the way, Theatre.
And the ESL TV page is also down, guys, for the information, just to let you know that one.
So many people on today. It's so busy.
It could well be that.
So yeah, I'm not going to disagree with you. I think Edward has been fantastic all the way through, maybe bar one half of map, and that's about all I can remember from him. But Zeus, for me, the most consistent, high performer, is my MVP.
And we're going to be going in to give the guys their checks, their trophies. Don't go anywhere. The Intel Extreme Masters continues soon.
We're here on the couch in Kiev with 2 of the finalists, Face and Sienia, and our wonderful editor-in-chief of Team Fnatic, Lex. Thank you for stepping in to translate.
No problem.
We have the first major final of 2012 behind us. Face, obviously, you can't be feeling too pleased. But both your teams are going to the Intel Extreme Masters World Championship after this. After the defeat, what are you taking to CBIT, to the Intel Extreme Masters World Championships? What are you taking from this defeat as a lesson?
So still, I don't know yet. I mean, we're gonna talk about what went wrong in the game, and we're gonna go from there, I guess. And it was some time ago that we lost with these scores, so we have to take a chat, I guess, and see what happens.
Sorry.
Вопрос был о том, что несмотря на то, что обе команды SK Gaming, оба состава по League of Legends и по Counter-Strike получили квоты, тем не менее, финал был, конечно, далеко не самым успешным, и вопрос был такой, что вы извлечете из этого поражения и с чем вы приедете в Ганновер? На что Фейс ответил, что пока еще непонятно, давно они не проигрывали с таким счетом, и надо будет, конечно, поработать над этим, обсудить все, но не прямо сейчас, а через какое-то время.
Was the playstyle a surprise? Was NaVi's playstyle a surprise for you guys? Did they change anything compared to the last games you've played?
I don't know if they changed anything. I mean, you always play a little bit different every time you face the same team. So, I mean, it's possible, but I mean, we were prepared for everything, but the rounds didn't go our way.
Вопрос был такой, когда вы встретились с Нави, изменили ли они свою игру, то есть они вас удивили, может быть, своей игрой? Наш ответ был такой, что когда они играют против этой команды или против любой команды, никогда не бывает одинаковой игры, то есть она всегда меняется. Поэтому они, тем не менее, играли свои раунды, но просто не получалось как-то, и да, вот так.
Is there anything you have to say to the fans who are on the stream watching?
Well, I hope we can give you a better final at CBIT, and I'm quite sure we will.
Что можно сказать фанатам? И на что Фейс ответил: надеюсь, что в финале на CBIT мы гораздо лучше выступим и порадуем вас.
So I guess we talked to Senya. I think he's anxious to start gloating.
Хорошо, я тогда начну. Сейчас вот прямо, какие у тебя впечатления? Вы победили наконец-то в Киеве на большом турнире, и долгое время вам это не удавалось. Расскажи.
Ощущения сумасшедшие. Прежде всего, огромное спасибо фанатам. Наконец-то вот эта поддержка, которая присутствовала в арене, нам помогла. Мы смогли осуществить свою на данный момент мечту, выиграть турнир, выиграть первый большой турнир в этом году. Ну и я думаю, с вашей же помощью, только уже на отдаленном расстоянии, мы продолжим отлично выступать в этом году. Ну и войдем в историю уже как одна из самых лучших команд по версии Counter-Strike 1.6.
So Senya says that his feelings are now, it feels crazy. He would like to thank the audience for an amazing applause and an amazing support, and that helped them realize the current dream that they had, and that they hope to keep on going this way and start winning in 2012 to go down in history as one of the best teams in CS 1.6 history.
В финале как-то получилось, конечно, разгромный счет. Вы, наверное, может быть, даже сами не ожидали, учитывая, что многие прогнозировали, что будет минимум 3 карты. Ну, не минимум, в смысле, будет 3 карты. И еще, кроме этого, первые игры у вас всегда надо раскачаться, надо разогреться. Скажи, как вы настраивались перед игрой и как получилось поймать свою игру?
Дело в том, что мы уже давно для себя поняли, что та система проведения, которую предлагает Intel Extreme Masters, а именно сначала групповой этап, а потом по 1-2 карты в день, очень прекрасно нам подходит. Мы можем выспаться, можем обсудить некоторые моменты, можем настроиться на ту или иную команду. И у нас всегда есть силы, так же, как и у команды соперника, отыграть ту или иную игру. Поэтому определенно мы хорошо выспались, настроились на игру с СК, посмотрели игры, знали, представляли, как они могут с нами действовать, ну и показали хладнокровие.
So basically, I actually forgot the question, but I do remember the answer. Senya says that the system that the tournament runs in for Intel Extreme Masters, where you play 3 maps on the first day, then a best of 3 the next day, and then a best of 3 the next day, is something that they really enjoy, because it allows them to rest in between games, it allows them to think more about the upcoming opponents. As I said, rest up, get a good sleep, figure out the tactics, and get really, really ready for every single game. So that really helped them a lot.
Вы попали на этот турнир буквально чудом, потому что некоторые команды не приехали, то есть вас могло здесь не быть. И тем не менее, ваша игра по интернету отличается от того, что вы показали здесь. Расскажи, почему так и как будет в будущем.
Ну, во-первых, настрой. Игры по интернету мы как-то относим, ну, не к той категории, которая вроде как бы и важно, да, ее выиграть, чтобы попасть сюда, но с другой стороны, игра по интернету, ты никогда не знаешь, что с тобой может произойти. Это и проблемы с пингом, и проблемы там с разными версиями Windows, за счет чего, допустим, у меня не работал античит. Там я менял компьютер, играл на более худшем компьютере. Также ребята живут кто в Харькове, кто там во Львове, разница в пинге очень большая. Ну и, соответственно, действительно попали чудом, хорошо, что настроились на игру Sunexis, попали сюда благодаря Америке или Азии, ну и уже тут показали ту игру, которую мы обычно показываем на лане.
So the question was, you guys came in here almost miraculously by the misfortune of other teams, and you replaced teams because you were the first in line in the qualifier. How did it happen and why? And basically Senya says that they don't like online qualification too much because, first of all, the attitude towards the game is not 100% focus. I got the impression because it's an online game and it gets you to a tournament, but you don't actually get to win anything. And also, playing online poses a lot of difficulties because they play from different locations. Many problems can occur when you play online, sometimes with ping, sometimes with anti-cheat not working randomly. And therefore they don't enjoy it so much, but they came here, they showed what they really are worth.
Ну и, наконец, последний вопрос. Зевс продемонстрировал просто выдающуюся игру. Расскажи, что вы сделаете с ним после вот уже турнира, сейчас, когда получите чек, получите кубок, как вы будете его подчивать?
Ну, как обычно, проведем время в каком-нибудь из ночных клубов, отметим победу. Я думаю, не очень сильно, так как, в принципе, ну, мы ведем здоровый образ жизни, так стараемся. Ну, а Зевс, конечно, красавчик, полностью просто отдал капитанство, сел в угол и продемонстрировал индивидуальный класс, то есть, как любой капитан, то есть, продемонстрировал нам, игрокам, как надо играть индивидуально.
So basically the question was, first of all, about Zeus's performance and then how they're going to celebrate the victory. They said, as usual, they will probably go maybe celebrate in a club, although they usually try to lead a healthy lifestyle. And as far as Zeus is concerned, Senya gives big props to Zeus because he showed what kind of a captain he is, and he showed an amazing performance, and he displayed to everyone how a player should play in terms of individual skill.
Спасибо вам большое. И какие-то приветы, наверное, фанатам, благодарности спонсорам. Давай.
Огромное спасибо всем, опять же, фанатам. Ребята, вы молодцы. Мы слышали даже сквозь эти огромные наушники вашу поддержку. Еще больше мы слышали в наших сердцах ту поддержку, которую оказывали наши фанаты в ВКонтакте, с форума и так далее. Ну и спасибо огромное родителям, организации, спонсорам SteelSeries, Антеку и Касперскому.
So, Senya once again expresses his thanks to all the fans, both here and online, on all social media networks and things like that, and the sponsors of the teams. So, that's it. Poor Face has been sitting here listening and waiting until he can actually leave this couch. Now, both players can actually leave this couch. Thank you, Lex. And we'll take a quick bumper and then we will go on with the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Ukraine and to Kiev, live all across the world as we are right now from the Intel Extreme Masters in Kiev. We've had a fantastic final in Counter-Strike, and it's time to give some prizes away and some trophies as well. So, without further ado, are we ready for the first team? They played well, they've placed in top 3 before, they came to the Ukraine with high hopes, and they have finished in the 3rd place. Please, a big round of applause for Moscow 5. Okay, also another big round of applause, please, for the Director of Pro Gaming to present the trophies and the checks, Michael Blickartz, aka Carmack. So Moscow 5 receiving $4,500 for 3rd place, having defeated the hot favourites here, Fnatic, in the 3rd-4th playoff. There we are then, 3rd place, Moscow 5. Well done, guys. Well done. Okay, excellent third, fourth playoff those guys played in against Fnatic. Next up, a team who unfortunately came here with massive expectations, not only from themselves but from their fans as well, and have come up just a little bit short in the grand final. I am, of course, talking about the one and only SK Gaming. Fought hard all the way through the groups, won their group stage, and received prizes of $8,000 for second place here at the Intel Extreme Masters Global Challenge in Kiev. No one likes being runners-up, but they at least get the satisfaction of the cash. And also pick up a very smart trophy. Let's hear it for the runners-up in Ukraine. It is SK Gaming! Okay, thanks guys, well done, congratulations. So just one more team remains in the Counter-Strike. It is almost like a fairy tale, ladies and gentlemen. They failed originally to qualify, they got in through the back door, they lost in their group stage against their final opponents, and yet here they are, the grand champions of the Intel Extreme Masters. Please, a big round of applause for NaVi! A hometown win is always popular. These guys played absolutely amazing in the grand final and were very worthy winners. So, Carmack, are you ready? The hoodie? Let's do the hoodie first. NaVi have kindly agreed that they would like to give away a very special hoodie to a super fan. Have we got...
Богдан, ты где? Давай сюда, Богдан. Где он? Маркело, скажи что-то.
Это подарок от всей команды тебе за то, что ты самый крутой фан.
Well done. That's absolutely fantastic, that is. So, without further ado, the winners, your champions of Global Challenge, NaVi! Well done. Congratulations, NaVi. They are our first champions of the season at the Intel Extreme Masters. A round of applause, please, for Carmack. Fantastic job. And all of the team here at Intel Extreme Masters, all the guys behind the scenes that you don't see, and also thanks to the Cyber Arena sports people as well. They've been fantastic all week, as have you for joining us as well. That's it as far as Counter-Strike is concerned. I'm off to hot-foot it quickly to Kiev Airport and go home. I've had a fantastic time. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to vote for the MVP, by the way. It's still up live. You can still vote for the Counter-Strike MVP. And also don't forget, more action still to come here. We're not done. League of Legends is next. Also, a grand final of epic proportions. Think Rocky IV, that kind of stuff. And if that doesn't tickle your fancy, well, the StarCraft 2 semi-finals. 2 Koreans going head-to-head, 2 Ukrainians going to head. It's going to be an absolute monster of a day. Don't go anywhere.
And he goes jumping in. Amazing round. Great hatching from Taz.
He flashes in and casts the ultimate. Lina, 20 health left. Oh no, she will flash. The shield clutch. Oh, a blink into all those years. An amazing defense. Champion of the Intel Extreme Masters.